In an unexpected turn of events, Iran's Revolutionary Guards have reportedly attacked what they claim to be Israel's spy headquarters located in Iraq. The news of the assault came as a bolt from the blue, taking many by surprise and highlighting the volatile nature of the situation in the region. Initial reports suggest that the Revolutionary Guards were behind the operation, a claim that they have not shied away from. In fact, they have gone one step further, vowing that this is just the beginning of their revenge. This incident doesn't occur in a vacuum. It's a new chapter in the ongoing tension between Iran and Israel, a conflict that has been simmering for years, often threatening to boil over. And it seems like this time it has. What makes this attack significant is not just the audacity of the strike, but also its implications. It's a clear signal from Iran that they are willing to escalate the situation, a signal that has the potential to destabilize an already tense Middle East. This alarming incident has sent shockwaves through the international community and has raised concerns about the escalating tensions in the Middle East. The assault on the alleged Israeli spy HQ didn't occur in a vacuum. There's a chronology to understand. As the sun rose over the horizon on that fateful day, the quiet morning was shattered by the roar of an initial strike. This was no ordinary morning, and this was no ordinary strike. It was a calculated assault, one that had been meticulously planned and ruthlessly executed. The first wave of the attack was swift and devastating. Reports suggest that the facility, alleged to be Israel's spy HQ, was targeted with precision, the attackers leaving nothing to chance. The headquarters, once buzzing with activity, was reduced to a smoldering shell within a matter of minutes. As the initial shock subsided, the aftermath began to unfold. The damage to the facility was extensive, with entire sections of the complex left in ruins. Amidst the wreckage, the true cost of the attack began to emerge. The human toll was significant. Casualties were reported on the ground, although the exact numbers remain unclear. What is clear, however, is the immense loss and suffering that this attack has caused. In the immediate aftermath, those on the ground in Iraq responded with a mix of shock and resolve. Emergency services rushed to the scene, battling the flames and rescuing the injured. The scene was one of chaos and urgency, a stark contrast to the calm of the morning that had been so violently disrupted. But as the dust settled, another reality began to take shape. The attack was not just an assault on a facility, but a clear message, a declaration of intent from Iran's Revolutionary Guards. It was a statement of power, a vow of revenge, and a challenge that could not be ignored. As the dust settles, the world is left waiting anxiously for the next move in this high-stakes game of power and revenge. The attack has drawn reactions from around the globe, with world leaders voicing their concerns. The international community has been quick to respond, and the reactions have been as varied as they are telling. From the east to the west, the north to the south, there's been a chorus of voices expressing a myriad of sentiments. The United Nations, the world's foremost international body, has issued a statement urging restraint and calling for immediate peace talks. They've emphasized the importance of dialogue in resolving conflicts and the need to prevent further escalation. World leaders have chimed in, some condemning the attack, others expressing concern over the potential for a broader conflict. Calls for calm and restraint have resonated across the globe, with many emphasizing the need for diplomacy over military action. The international community's response has been unified in its call for peace and its avoidance of further violence. With the world watching, the pressure is on for a diplomatic solution to this escalating crisis. The attack on the alleged Israeli spy HQ in Iraq has added fuel to the fire of Iran-Israel tensions. But what happens next? This is the question on everyone's mind as we navigate these uncertain times. Several potential scenarios could unfold from this point forward. Israel might retaliate, given its history of robust responses to attacks on its interests. This retaliation could take various forms, from strategic military strikes to covert operations aimed at undermining Iran's Revolutionary Guards. Alternatively, we might see further escalations from Iran, who may view any Israeli retaliation as an opportunity to rally support domestically and strategically. This scenario might lead to a cycle of retaliations, potentially escalating into a larger conflict. Diplomatic interventions, on the other hand, could provide a peaceful solution to the crisis. International mediators could step in, urging restraint and pushing for dialogue between the two nations. This would undoubtedly be the best-case scenario, but it requires both sides to be open to discussion and compromise. As we wait to see how this situation unfolds, one thing is clear: the world cannot afford another conflict in the Middle East.